What story does chapter 1 tell exactly? What are the relationships among those figures? Well, let's find out. Hey friends, welcome to Bing Talks. Today's video, I'm gonna explain the plot of chapter 1 of Black Myth Wukong. It's a continuation of chapter 16 of the novel Journey to the West. Although the 16th chapter already is considered the official start of the journey in many readers' minds, despite that Baji and Sha Wujing haven't joined the team yet. The first Yaoguai, in the true sense, appears, the Black Bear Guai. In the novel, the story goes like this. One day, Sanzang and Sun Wukong encounters a temple called Guanyin Temple on their journey. There they meet the abbot of the temple, Elder Jinchi. After greetings and some small talk, they find that Elder Jinchi is obsessed with collections, especially kasaya. Coincidentally, Tang monk has a kasaya given by Guanyin as a gift, which is very exquisite and precious. After showing it to Elder Jinchi, he gets so impressed by the kasaya and even gets jealous of Tang monk for having it. In the evening inside Jinchi's room, one of Jinchi's disciples, Guangzhi, whispers to his master that they could kill Tang and Sun so that Jinchi could keep the kasaya to his own. Another disciple called Guangmou suggests that they could set fire on the lodging where the two stay, to burn them to death during night. Elder Jinchi was shocked initially, but accepted the plan as greed takes over his mind. At this point, he is comparable to Gollum in the Lord of the Rings movie. Sun notices the conspiracy, but he decides not to stop it. Instead, he had borrowed a fireproof mantle from one of the four heavenly kings before the fire is set on. After the fire starts, the lodging of Tang monk is protected by the mantle. Consequently, his master Tang monk is saved intact, while many other monks in the temple get killed. On the second day, after knowing that two visitors are still alive and the kasaya is lost, Elder Jinchi suicides out of guilt. In the game, the two disciples who have survived after the fire, namely Guangzhi and Guangmou, transforms into yaoguais. Elder Jinchi, on the other hand, has become a wight. After defeating Guangzhi and Guangmou, players need to ring the bell near the ancient Guanyin Temple to make the secret boss Elder Jinchi appear. Is that plot designed randomly? Certainly not. In the novel, when Tang monk walks inside the temple to worship, Sun sees a bell and rings it continuously. This action catches the attention of all monks there, and hence Elder Jinchi appears. This plot pays tribute to the novel. After defeating Elder Jinchi, he says that he's 270 years old, which is always abnormal for a human being. How has he lived so long? Well, the novel gives us the answer. It turns out that he is a friend of Black Bear Guai, a yaoguai who has transformed himself into human as Black Wind King and comes to the temple to preach from time to time. The Black Wind King has taught some magic tricks to Elder Jinchi so that the latter has lived so long. Apart from Elder Jinchi, there are two other important bosses in chapter 1, namely Lingxuzi and Whiteclad noble. They're also from the novel. Speaking of Lingxuzi first, in the game it's a wolf-like yaoguai. In the novel, Lingxuzi is a Taoist and also a friend of Black Bear Guai. He is invited to a meeting hosted by the latter, who has stolen the kasaya from Elder Jinchi and wants to show it off. Sun Wukong kills him midway. Then Guanyin disguises himself as Lingxuzi the Taoist and successfully fools Black Bear Guai. In the game, when the player defeats Lingxuzi, the keeper of the mountain reminds us to look around to find a great pail. This detail also comes from the novel. Before Lingxuzi the Taoist gets killed, he was holding a tray with two pails on it. After his death, Sun is one of the pails. Next up, there is Whiteclad noble. Some may find him unfamiliar, even for people who have read the novel. But this figure does exist in the novel, just with little presence. When Sun Wukong first comes to Black Wind Mountain, he comes across Black Bear Guai, Lingxuzi, and Whiteclad noble. Discussing the kasaya, Sun can't help but swing the Jinggu Bang and kills Whiteclad noble in an instant. He is originally a snake. The other two manage to escape. In the game, like Lingxuzi, Whiteclad noble is also resurrected. Finally, it's the Black Bear Guai's turn. There are two forms of him. The first is human state, a strong, powerful monk, basically the same as described in the novel. When fighting with him, he's able to transform into a black dust wind flying around, no matter in human state or bear state. According to the novel, he escapes as black dust wind after battle with Sun. However, in the game, he uses it not only to escape, but also to attack. Interestingly, when player defeats him, he mistakes the Destined One for great sage Sun Wukong as he is begging for mercy. After a while, he realizes that it's the destined one and is saying young sage instead. In the novel, after he is defeated, he becomes a disciple of Guanyin and is given a magic headband just like the one Sun Wukong has, only to be controlled with a tightening spell. But in the game, the headband isn't on the Black Bear's head. So how has he managed to get rid of it? Has Guanyin turned evil in the game plot? There is no clue yet. By the way, in my last video explaining an opening scene, I missed one crucial point here. The reason why Sun Wukong gets defeated by Lang Shen is because of the headband. When both of them have transformed into birds and are flying rapidly, suddenly Sun is paralyzed by the headband that appears out of nowhere. It's confusing why this happens, since in the novel, the headband is given to Tang monk by Guanyin only to keep the then unruly Sun Wukong in control with a tightening spell. After secret scripture is acquired by Tang monk and his disciples, Sun Wukong's headband disappears as he is granted Buddhahood. It's suspicious why it appears again in the opening scene of the game. Had Buddha tricked him or what? We don't know the reason so far. Perhaps the game will justify it in later chapters, who knows? Those are the things you need to know regarding Chapter 1 of the game. If you find it useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And in case you want to know more about the game Black Bear Wukong, you need to check these out on your screen. I'll continue making this series about Black Bear Wukong. Stay tuned.